What's going on, guys? It's Squawk or Guacamole, and this is for support forms, and it's just a little tutorial on how to make a decent signature. So what you're going to do is, depending on what the size is for whatever form or website you're going to use, I'm just going to use Hack Forms, which is 600 by 200. So we're going to put that as pixels, and that'll give us this little box. So first thing you're going to want to do is right-click this, and you're going to want to click Rounded Rectangle tool. So now you're going to start it wherever you want. I'm just going to start it right here. I'm going to drag it down to right there and drag it about halfway through the center. Now you're going to fill it with the paint bucket, and if the paint bucket isn't showing, it's because you're on the gradient tool. So just right click and click paintbrush tool or paint bucket tool. Now you're going to push Control J or just duplicate the layer. And you're going to drag it across, and if you don't have enough stretch, you can just do it again, and you can fit it to what it needs to be. So we'll get it right there. Now you're going to put them all together and merge the layers. So now you're going to click blending options, and we're going to just create a gradient. Alright, so I'm not sure how to do these, but I just have them from the Illuminati graphics pack. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to edit one of these. So I'm just going to take this, and we're just going to make something that's looks alright. We're going to copy and paste that color, and then we're going to go over here, and we're going to paste it again, and we'll leave it at the same. Now we're going to move these, put these, and move it up a little bit. So this is 0091A2. So 0091A2. And then now we're going to delete that. So now we're going to click on that and put it to 45. Click on that one, put it to 55. And that's going to put a nice little spot. Now we can make it lighter right there if we want to. And we're just going to copy it over and put it the same as this one. Now you kind of have a little bit of a glow. So if you want to add a little bit more, you can add an inner shadow if you want, which is just going to add this dark area. And you can put it as radial if you want, whatever you want to do. I'm not going to do that, but we'll put a stroke on it, and we'll put it as 2 pixels. And we'll do a gradient. So we're going to create a new gradient, and this time we'll do something like that, and then to this side we'll do that as well, but instead of creating something that's close to that color, we're going to do, actually we can just do black if we want. Now we're going to want to make sure that one goes to 55 and this one goes to 45. Alright, so now, if we want to do something, we can add a picture, whatever we want to do. Alright, overlays, and then we can add something like this. Now, you can't really do too much, because if you put an overlay onto a gradient, it's not going to work. So if we can just want to take that off real quick and we do an overlay, it'll create that nice color. But if you put the gradient back on, actually it worked. Wow, okay. So now you have something that looks pretty nice, and I'm just going to take the stroke off because I don't really like it that much. But if you create a clipping mask, I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, so whatever, we'll just leave it like that for now. So now we're going to do text. So what you're going to want to do is just push T or click the text tool. You're going to make your box. So depending on what size you want it to be, I'm going to make mine big, so we'll just make it say support forms. So now that we have our text, we can mess around with it. So you're going to go to blending options, and you're going to go to gradient overlay, and just add whatever color you want. I'm just going to add something that stands out a little bit. And remove those. Alright, so now that you have that done, you're going to want to go back to this, go to blending options, and bevel and embosses isn't really something you ever want to mess with. Nobody really likes it for some reason. And yeah, so you can add a little bit of a drop shadow. Don't want to put it to 75, that's really dark. You can put it to 25 and then change it to normal. And you can change where it goes, and if you put it to -50, it kind of goes up on the backdrop. So if you want to do 55 or 52, you can get something that goes there. You can just change the way that it's going, so we'll just put it back to -50. And if you disable global light, it won't be on there too much because the global light's just going to change it. So just leave the global light on and you'll get that. So now once your signature is pretty much done, you're just going to want to go to save as, go to your desktop or wherever you want to save, change it to PNG, and just save it as whatever, and you're pretty much done. So yeah, thanks for watching.